Hello and welcome to Quickfire Reviews, your no BS, straight to the point entertainment review channel. In today's video, we're talking all about that season finale of The Last of Us, Look for the Light. So let's get into it. I was super excited coming into this episode. There's a lot of hype behind this, a lot of people wondering how they're gonna wrap it up if they never played the games. And I'm glad to say that it delivered. For the most part. In this episode, Joel and Ellie finally reach their destination. They are ambushed by the Fireflies who don't know their intentions. They're both knocked unconscious and taken into the Firefly hospital that Joel and Ellie have been looking for all this time. I'm not going to go into spoilers in this clip, don't worry. I'm just going to speak very vaguely and broadly about a few key things. So let's talk about the performances. We don't see a ton of Ellie in this episode, so I'm going to leave Bella Ramsey out of this and just focus on Pedro Pascal as Joel, who absolutely crushes it. This probably was his best acting of the season. There's a lot of really cool subtle stuff he does here that if you've played the games, you'll likely pick up on. Also, a huge shout out to Ashley Johnson, who plays Ellie's mother at the beginning of the episode in the flashback. If you didn't know, Ashley Johnson voices Ellie in the games, and so it was really cool for them to bring her in, and she gave a truly gut-wrenching performance to open up the episode. And one other standout performance for me in this episode was from the actress that plays Marlene. Marlene has her most important scenes in the entire season, and the actress did a really great job with the material. When it comes to the execution, I think this is probably one of my favorite episodes of the season. Obviously, there's a lot that transpires in this episode. It feels very short. I was definitely surprised at the 45-minute runtime. I thought maybe they were going to make this an hour and a half, maybe even 2 hours. That said, I actually feel that the pacing of this episode was pretty good. Once we were into those last scenes, it didn't feel too rushed. There's one scene in this episode where Joel is making his way through the hospital and all of the sounds around him are muffled, except for the music in the background, which continues to swell as the scene progresses. I can't say much more than that. It was just executed super well. Probably one of my favorite scenes from the entire series so far. I'm also happy to say that I think they did a really great job with the ending. The ending is polarizing. It was polarizing when the game came out, so you may have mixed feelings about it, but I think that is sort of the intention, and I think that they delivered on it. In summary, I liked this episode. I liked the way that they ended it. I wish it would have been a little bit longer. I feel like we could have run at least an hour, maybe even an hour and a half. That said, I think they executed quite well. I think they've left it on a note that's going to leave people wanting more, which is great, so bring on season 2. Alright, so with all of that in mind, Quickfire Reviews is going to give this episode of The Last of Us an 8 out of 10. I liked the episode. I don't think it was quite as good as episode 8, but still very, very good TV, and they've set us up nicely for season 2. Thanks so much for watching. I'd love to hear your thoughts on the season as a whole or this episode. Leave them in the comments, and we'll see you in the next video. Quickfire out.